The press is regarded as the fourth estate of the realm, which literally serve as checks for the three arms of government. For every climate, continent and society, the modus operandi, challenges and expectations may differ, but the roles of the press is unarguably sacrosanct. Every 3rd of May, as declared by the United Nations General Assembly, is celebrated as World Press Freedom Day to press home the activities and roles of the media and indeed uphold the freedom to exercise their rights freely. A unique opportunity to highlight the crucial role played by the media in defending and preserving democratic rule of law and carrying out their duties. Are journalists doing enough in keeping government in check without any form of intrusion?
The media has come a long way. The media is actually the watchdog. And the stories that will actually give a highlight to becomes the agenda until the issues are solved, or sometimes it dies a natural death.
There are so many media outlets, including websites, TV channels, radio stations, that at the same time you can get lost, and there is a problem called propaganda, and this propaganda most of the time comes from Russia, and there are evidence.
Intimidations here and there, orders to cross here and there, and of course there are professionals who also by way of self-censorship putting unnecessary orders on their own part, whether knowingly or unknowingly. But by and large, I believe we can do better.
Without journalists and journalism, democracy, whether democracy or any other form of government for that matter, will simply become authoritarian, and there will be so much disrespect for human rights and the rule of law. So, to that extent, I would say that media and journalists are actually playing their role as far as keeping government at whatever level in the check. Although there is the concern that yes, the media is hampered or hindered in a way because of the spread of misinformation on the social media and particularly what of news now. What we now know as fake news. So, but then, all the same, we still have courageous journalists who still keep their government and public officials in the check.
Only recently, some journalists were killed while reporting on Kabul bombings in the Afghanistan capital, where the bomber disguised as a television cameraman, a Swedish female journalist, was murdered and mutilated by a Danish entrepreneur. Till now, the very first parcel bomb incident that killed Nigeria's foremost journalist, Dele Giwa, is still unresolved. Statistics reveal that over 530 journalists were killed in the line of duty between 2012 and 2016, according to UNESCO reports. The safety and welfare of journalists is rudimentary. They can be caught in a crossfire between two warring parties, but it must come to the understanding of all that journalists have the utmost duty and responsibility to educate and inform the public.
The murders are unresolved. Some are even missing up to now, and after a while, people just forget that they are no more, and everybody keeps moving. I think the occasion of the 2018 World Press Freedom Day is to ask for more protection for journalists across the world. I know that some are in prison like in Egypt. I think that we need more protection. We need more remuneration. We need more acceptance from the society. And we also need more freedom to do our work. That's what I think. If you want to ask me, what does this World Press Freedom Day stands for me? I think it's asking for more protection, impunity against journalists, constant harassment against journalists should be stopped.
There's no doubt the social media has changed the tempo of gathering and churning out information. But then, should it be left unguarded, especially in the era of fake news, and also castigating the press for carrying out fundamental duties? Should the social media be seen as a game changer?
There should be regulations. The truth of the matter is that a society without laws will not be a good one. There will be chaos, there will be confusion when there are no laws. So the social media should be regulated. The form it will take is what should be debated, really.
Social media has a huge impact on traditional media. Every day we have to read what people are talking about in social media, how they react, what they share, and we have to carefully choose our content so we can fit into their interests.
If we are truly the first realm of the estate, I think we also require the kind of protection, the kind of security, the kind of respect that you give to other realms. So I believe the government should just try as much as possible to give us the required freedom, the required support to be able to do our job without any let on hindrance, without any form of harassment or intimidation.
Everyone must be given the chance to hear the opinion. So if social media gives that opportunity to do so, then it is an effort, or it's a plus, or it's a tribute to what we call open society. You have information there, you have something you want to say, and you say it, and then without any, of course, that is what freedom of expression is all about. And it's a fundamental human right, international human rights law, that freedom of expression must not be hindered in any way. So you see, that's what I'm saying, that this traditional media now have an opportunity to engage their audience, those who have been underserved, those who have been disadvantaged. If you want to say something, you don't think that, okay, because this community is largely, illiterate, then they don't have something to say, they can say it. And so the social media have the platform, or have provided the platform for them to say it in whatever language, in whatever dialect, so that they are also heard in the whole scheme of things.
Do you think they should be regulated? Online media? Do you think it should be regulated?
Well, to what extent do you want to regulate them? That's my question. You want to regulate. If you regulate them, so you will also be doing the same thing that you have done to the traditional media. Because now we know that the independence of the traditional media has been largely ruptured because of regulation. So the social media should be left alone, right? So that people can vent their opinion. Also, that is why we have fact checking. And if we are talking about regulation, I think fact checking is doing that.
Nigeria has been on a consistent decline in press freedom world ranking, as Reporters Without Borders ranked the country 122 out of 180 examined, a situation which should be of great concern to governments at all levels and, of course, journalists themselves, as the world marks 2018 World Press Freedom Day with the theme Keeping Power in Check, Media, Justice and the Rule of Law.